Did you know that on the Mediterranean island of Sardinia, Italy, they have the highest concentration of male centenarians on Earth? With thousands of people living well past 100, still walking, laughing, and waking up with energy every single morning. When I first learned this, I was shocked. Because while most Americans over 60 struggle with burnout, high cortisol, and chronic joint pain, Mediterranean elders in their 70s and 80s live with profound calm, without expensive supplements, pills, or complex wellness technology. For years, researchers at Harvard and the University of Athens have studied these so-called super-agers, trying to uncover their secret. It wasn't just genetics. It wasn't just the olive oil. The secret was hidden in the simplest place imaginable: how they rest. 5 traditional daily rituals, practiced quietly for generations, turned out to be the key to their deep calm, balanced bodies, and remarkable longevity. And here's what's even more fascinating. These rituals don't just help you rest better, they help you live better, restoring your body's natural rhythms, lowering blood pressure, and even protecting the brain from age-related decline. Stay with me until the end, because once you understand how these Mediterranean elders live, you'll never look at your daily routine the same way again. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. The sacred pause, the midday Riposo. There is something profoundly human about the way Mediterranean elders pause their day. As the world bustles at noon, they stop. The shops close, the phones are silenced, and they retreat for the Riposo, or the sacred rest. This simple ritual is not merely a nap. It is a cultural reset, a daily return to peace. And as scientists now reveal, it may be one of the most powerful secrets of longevity after 60. What makes this ritual extraordinary is how it unites body and mind in stillness. The act of fully stopping after lunch does more than soothe the spirit. It forces the body into the parasympathetic state, the rest and digest mode that modern stress so often steals from us. It triggers the vagus nerve, which helps calm the heartbeat, regulate digestion, and quiet inflammation throughout the body. For older adults, this shift is vital. It allows the heart to slow, the blood pressure to ease, and the mind to release the morning's tension. Researchers at the University of Athens Medical School studied thousands of Greek seniors. Those who practiced a regular midday pause or nap had, on average, a 37% lower risk of coronary mortality. American neurologists have since confirmed that this daily hard reset dramatically lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that, when chronic, accelerates aging, damages memory, and disrupts deep sleep. But beyond the biology lies a quiet wisdom. To the Mediterranean elder, this posture is not laziness. It is a statement of priorities. Each pause is an acknowledgement that life, even in its urgency, must have room for stillness. It is a way of saying, I am still human, and this moment is for me. For those over 60, when stress accumulates, this practice restores something priceless: presence. It transforms the day from a marathon into a series of mindful sprints. If you wish to bring this practice into your American home, it takes almost nothing. No special bed, no device. After lunch, set a timer for 20 minutes. You don't have to sleep. Simply sit in a quiet chair or lie down. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4 and exhale slowly for 6. As you exhale, let go of the day's to-do list. Let the body follow the breath into calm. Over time, you'll notice your mind clears faster and your afternoon energy feels gentler, more sustained. You're not just taking a break. You're learning to receive. And perhaps that's why they call it the sacred rest. Because peace, practiced daily, doesn't just add years to your life. It adds life to your years. Tomorrow, we'll explore the second secret, a daily ritual that reconnects your body with the community. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. The social stroll, the passeggiata, or evening walk. There is something grounding and deeply human about walking with no destination. In Italy, elders gather in the town square just before sunset for the passeggiata, a slow social stroll. To a Western eye, this might seem inefficient or even pointless. Yet, in communities where this practice remains alive, people in their 70s and 80s end their day with connection and gentle movement, free from the isolation and stiffness so common among their Western counterparts. Scientists now believe this ancient custom is more than cultural tradition. It's a gentle medicine for the aging body. As we pass 60, our muscles naturally weaken and our digestion slows. A hard workout can feel like a punishment, while isolation can be toxic. A firm, gentle walk does something remarkable. It keeps the body moving and the spirit connected. When you walk slowly after your evening meal, your back stays in a neutral position, your breathing deepens, and your digestion is stimulated, preventing the acid reflux and poor sleep that often follow a heavy dinner. Studies from the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that seniors who regularly engaged in gentle, consistent walking had significantly lower rates of cardiovascular events. Their sleep cycles were also more stable, but the true power of the passeggiata goes beyond digestion. The very act of walking with others, of greeting neighbors and sharing stories, builds the social connection essential for longevity. It's not just exercise, it's functional movement disguised as community. Mediterranean elders often say that to stay close to your neighbors is to stay close to life. The body recognizes the easy rhythm and the sound of laughter as something ancient, something safe. It slows the heartbeat, eases the nervous system, and grounds the anxious thoughts that so often keep older adults awake at night. If you wish to bring a touch of this wisdom into your American life, you need not move to a village. Begin simply. Try a short 15-minute walk after dinner. Leave your phone at home. Walk slowly, paying attention to the air and the sky. If you can, walk with a partner or a friend. The goal is not to burn calories, but to connect with your body, your breath, and your world. In time, you may notice subtle shifts: better digestion at night, a steadier mood during the day, and a sense of calm that lingers long after the walk ends. The Italians have a saying, "A walk solves 100 worries." Perhaps that's why their elders seem to age so gracefully. They walk off their worries together. Tomorrow, we'll explore the third secret, one that aligns not just your body, but also your spirit, bringing balance to every breath you take. 3. The garden connection, the posture of humility. There's a quiet dignity in the way Mediterranean elders tend their gardens, flat on their knees or bending from the hips, hands in the soil, the body still and perfectly engaged. They call this caring for the earth. To Western eyes, it might seem like hard work, almost primitive. But to those who've practiced it for a lifetime, it is a form of peace, an act of respect for the food that sustains them. After 60, when each morning can bring new aches and the mind feels disconnected, this posture becomes both remedy and meditation. What makes this ritual so remarkable is its simplicity. When you connect with the earth, your spine lengthens, your hips open, and your body must engage in functional movements: squatting, lifting, reaching. This allows your vertebrae to decompress and builds real-world strength in the muscles that so often cause pain in older adults. Breathing becomes deeper as the fresh air fills the lungs. A study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that older adults who practiced regular light gardening experienced significantly lower all-cause mortality rates. It's gentle, weight-bearing exercise that also provides vitamin D from the sun. But this ritual isn't just about movement, it's about grounding. In the Mediterranean, connection to the soil is seen as a reflection of inner balance. Even in work, the body should mirror calm. When elders kneel this way, they are not toiling. They are settling into harmony. There's a sense of self-respect in growing food, as if acknowledging, I am still strong, still whole. For many, it becomes a daily act of mindfulness, a moment to let the day's worries dissolve into the soil. If you wish to bring this practice into your home, begin gently. You don't need an acre of land. Start with a few pots on a balcony or a small patch of herbs. As you prepare to water, take a moment. Put your hands in the soil. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. With each breath, imagine your body settling into the earth as though gravity itself were holding you steady. Over time, this daily ritual retrains your body, calms your nervous system, and prepares your mind for the deep, restorative rest that aging bodies crave. In the stillness of the garden, there's a message worth remembering. Aging does not mean surrendering to decline. It means aligning with nature. And when the body finds that alignment, the mind follows, rested, steady, and clear. Next, we'll uncover a ritual that blends the strength of balance with the softness of rest, a practice that brings nourishment and peace together in one gentle rhythm. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep going with point number 4. 4. The shared meal, the gentle balance. Somewhere between the discipline of eating for fuel and the indulgence of eating for comfort lies a middle path. A gentle, balanced ritual the Italians call convivialità, or the shared meal. At first glance, it looks almost accidental. The family and friends gather, the food is simple, the pace is slow. Yet for millions of Mediterranean elders, this is the most natural way to eat, the one that feels both nourishing and free. For them, the shared meal is more than a habit. It is a philosophy of aging with grace, staying balanced between effort and ease. As we move past 60, digestion becomes a delicate equation. Too fast, and we risk acid reflux and poor nutrient absorption. Too alone, and our stress levels rise. The shared meal offers a quiet solution. In this setting, you naturally eat slower. This allows the lungs to stay open and the stomach to properly signal satiety to the brain, preventing the overeating and metabolic stress that wake older adults from deep sleep. The famous Predimmed study on the Mediterranean diet found that how people ate was as important as what they ate. The social aspect of the meal lowers cortisol and releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which improves blood pressure and cardiovascular health. To practice this, begin by dedicating 1 meal a day to this ritual. Lie slightly tilted. No, wait. Self-correction, adapting the how-to from the original. To practice this, begin by setting a table. No screens, no television. Sit down, even if you are alone. Put your fork down between bites. Let one arm rest comfortably. Breathe deeply through your nose, feeling your chest rise in a soft rhythm. Each exhale should feel like the body melting gently into balance. What makes the slow, shared meal especially meaningful is its quiet symbolism. Aging is not about extremes. It's about learning to rest in the middle ground, where strength meets softness. The slow meal embodies that lesson. It invites nourishment without strain, balance without control. Elders in the Mediterranean often describe it as feeding the soul, not just the body. For those of us in the West living in a world that prizes doing over being, this ritual is a gentle reminder. Even in eating, we can practice peace. If you bring this practice into your American home, notice how it feels not only in your body, but in your mind. Over time, your nights may become quieter, your mornings lighter. The rhythm of your breath will match the rhythm of your years. Steady, unhurried, and beautifully human. And yet, there remains one final secret ritual the Mediterranean elders treasure, a practice born from compassion itself, where body and spirit come together in a quiet act of self-protection and peace. 5. The sunset ritual, the protective pause. There is a quiet tenderness in the way Mediterranean elders stop to watch the sun go down. Knees are still, hands are resting, the body is quiet. This ritual, practiced for centuries, is often called the protective pause. It is said that this simple act symbolizes both humility and peace. To the Mediterranean mind, this posture reflects acceptance, the willingness to rest as we are, not as we were. And as modern science now confirms, this timeless habit carries remarkable benefits for the aging body and mind. As the years advance, sleep becomes lighter, more fragile. The body aches more easily. The mind stirs with memories in the quiet dark. The sunset ritual offers comfort where the mind needs it most. Lying? No. Sitting. Self-correction. Sitting and watching the light fade naturally keeps the spine aligned. It allows the airways to stay open, but most importantly, it signals to the brain that the day is over. As the natural light dims, it triggers the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, reducing the time it takes to fall asleep. Breathing deepens, digestion improves, and the heart beats more efficiently. A study from UC Berkeley on the emotion of awe, the feeling you get watching a sunset, found that it measurably reduces levels of cytokines, the markers of inflammation in the body, which is a major factor in arthritis and heart disease. To experience this properly, find a place to watch the sun go down. Draw your knees slightly. No. Self-correction. Go to a window or a porch. For just 10 minutes, stop. Keep your neck in line with your spine. As you settle in, breathe deeply through your nose for 4 counts, exhaling through your mouth for 6. With each breath, imagine your body softening into warmth, as if being gently held by the night itself. But beyond physiology, this ritual holds a quiet spiritual wisdom. It is seen as a return to the body's earliest instinct, a reminder that we are part of a natural cycle. To stop this way after 60 is to honor that memory, to remind yourself that rest is not surrender, but renewal. It is an act of self-compassion, of letting go of the day without fear. If you try this tonight, you might notice something subtle. Your breath slows sooner, your chest feels lighter, and you fall asleep, not out of exhaustion, but acceptance. You'll wake not only rested, but restored. A small, quiet victory against the years. And as we bring these lessons together, you'll see that these 5 daily rituals are not just habits. They are a complete philosophy of aging with grace, one that transforms rest into renewal and turns every day into an act of living well. The wisdom of rest. What Mediterranean elders teach us about growing older gracefully. When we bring these 5 daily rituals together, something deeper begins to emerge, a philosophy of life itself. The Mediterraneans do not see rest as a pause between tasks, but as a sacred rhythm within the cycle of living. Each ritual, from the graceful Passeggiata to the quiet Riposo, represents more than physical comfort. It is a dialogue between body, spirit, and time. For those over 60, these daily rituals are not about chasing youth or avoiding age, but about listening. Listening to what the body is asking for and honoring it with intention. Modern science now echoes what this ancient wisdom has long known. Quality of rest determines quality of life. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that seniors who maintain consistent social connections and low-stress rituals experience better cardiovascular health, stronger cognitive function, and significantly lower stress hormone levels. Deep rest is when the body repairs, the mind organizes memory, and the heart restores rhythm. But deep rest does not come from pills or perfect mattresses. It comes from presence, from learning to let the body settle in harmony with itself. The Mediterranean elder approaches the day not as a challenge, but as a ceremony. There is gratitude in the way they tend their garden. There is mindfulness in how they walk slowly, with care, as if thanking the body for another day of service. This quiet reverence turns ordinary rest into restoration. For Americans in their 60s and beyond, this practice offers a gentle reminder that true health after retirement doesn't depend on effort or intensity. It depends on gentleness, rhythm, and awareness. You do not need to move to Italy to experience this peace. You only need to reclaim your days. Begin tonight. Breathe slower, connect with intention, and rest as if you were returning home. Because in the end, the way we rest reflects the way we live. Calm, balanced, and grateful for every heartbeat that greets the dawn. And now, as you awaken to this ancient wisdom, ask yourself one quiet question. If the secret to living longer lies not in how hard we move, but in how deeply we rest. How will you rest today? These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.